Oh, hey! Getting a form to show up on a spreadsheet's pretty easy stuff once you know how. First thing you do, you make the form itself. Second thing you do, you make a little subroutine that calls the form to show. And then the third thing you do, go to your spreadsheet and make a clickable button, which calls the subroutine, which tells the form to show up. All right? Here, let me show you. Once your spreadsheet is up, you want to get to the VB editor. So the easiest and most direct way, hold down the Alt key and tap F11. With the VB editor open, we can get on with step number 1, inserting our form. We can do this in one of two places, either on the menu, Insert, UserForm, or down here in the VBA project pane. We right-click, Insert, UserForm. We will get our toolbox, which is movable. We will get a canvas with a little too much space, and we'll get our blank user form, which is resizable with the little handles. I'm going to move this over a bit. First thing we do, give this puppy a useful name. Click on the properties, double click it. Now we go to name. Alright, Excel only has two rules. First rule is do not start with a number. Second rule, no spaces. So, Access and Excel programmers generally prefix a form with the letters FRM for form so they can find it in the rest of their programming. I'm just going to call this EMPLOYE employees, and I'm going to hit enter. You will notice in the forms group our form and name is now changed FRM employees. Oh, but what about user form 1? That's the caption. We go over here to the caption, and you can type in anything you want here. MPLOY, employees, information. Just call it that. Now, that is the end of step 1. Let's scoot this over a little bit. Go to our property sheet, double click it to put it back. Step 2, we need to create a small subroutine. Subroutines go in modules. We need to insert a module, again, insert, module, or down here in the properties pane, you can right click, insert, module. Now you will get a blank canvas, which is for all your programming code. You will also get the modules group and the dum-dum name module 1, which is changeable. Again, do not start with a number and no spaces. LOYE-STUFF, employee stuff. Okay, now you will see our new is now employee stuff. To start our subroutine, we have to type SUB, tells Excel this is a subroutine, give it a space, and again, do not start with a number and no spaces. I'm just going to call it EMPLOY, employee form. Okay, hit enter, and this is the name right here that our clickable button will use to make our form appear. Now comes the command to tell Excel to find the form, employees, and make it show up. I'm just selecting and copying, and I'm going to paste the name. You can type it if you want. I just prefer to copy and paste it. At the end of the form name, hit the period. It will bring up the methods that you can use for a form. We want it to show, so I'm going to hit S, take me straight on to show, hit the tab key. You can either type it in or you can let Excel do it. Now, this tells Excel that when they click employee form subroutine, look for form employees and make it show up on a spreadsheet. That is step 1 and step 2. Let's go back to the spreadsheet for step 3. Let's make ourselves a clickable button. If you have the Developer tab open, you can go to Developer, Insert, and then you can pick a Form button. However, I prefer to do the other thing, which is go to Insert, Shapes, and any shape in here can be made a clickable button. This has some advantages. I'm just choosing a rounded rectangle. I'm just making a shape here because you can assign pictures. This has advantages. Right click, go to Format Shape. Now your Excel 2013 and 2016 folks will get the Format Shape task pane. Your Excel 2010 folks will get the Format Shape dialog box. Doesn't matter which one you use. Both of you will go to Fill, you'll go to Picture or Texture Fill, and go to File. Navigate to wherever the picture is that you want to use, click Insert. Both of them work the same way. I'm going to kill the Format Task pane here. Now we have our picture. I specialty did the blacking because I knew I was going to need to use this for a button. Okay, to type words on a button, just start typing. That's all you do. EMPLOY, employee info. You can select it the way you would normally, go to Home and format it any way you would normally format it using whatever familiar tools you're accustomed to. Okay, I'm going with 16. You position using your cell positioning tools. And now we have a button. Now to make it clickable, all we have to do is right click, assign macro. And here in our macro box is exactly the same name we used when we were making our subroutine. Select it, click OK, click off. Now when the cursor goes over, it gives us the finger, we click it, and there's our little form. The only thing that a VB form will do by itself without any programming is when you give it the X, it'll disappear.
And that's about all there is to making a form show up on your spreadsheet. You can visit some of my other tutorials and find out how to put text boxes, buttons, and how to make all the rest of the goodies work. But for now, enjoy your new toy. Okay.